All right, what's up guys? James from SIKKY Manufacturing. On this episode, we're gonna push this thing out of the YouTube room here and get the Camaro, the donor car, in here. We got a lot to do. We got to get the drivetrain tore out of that and a lot of prep work before we can install it in this FRS. So we're gonna get after that right now, and it's gonna take a little bit of work to get in here because that car has been totaled. So we might have to do some forklift jockeying, but we'll get it done. Oh. Out of gas. right. Well, as you guys can see, this thing had a pretty dramatic end to its life, but luckily we're gonna put good use to the old heart out of this thing. Engine, transmission, basically everything we can take off of this thing is gonna be going into the FRS. So looking forward to tearing this thing. It's only got 42,000 miles, so it's gonna make a great LS3 for our FRS. And now we just got the hard work of getting it all out. So probably gonna just drop everything out of the bottom and get some of this broken suspension and wheels out of the way, just so it's a little easier to work on. But she's pretty beat up, not too many straight panels left on this thing, but time to get started. All right, time to start tearing this thing apart. I'm not gonna bore you guys with tears, so we're gonna speed this up pretty quick and rip through it, see if we can get this thing dropped out of here in the next hour or two. Let's send it. Fast forward time. right, a few things to unhook from above here. Let's see if we got any bees nests. This thing's been sitting out for a while. Coast is clear. I'll throw this SIKKY oil cap on to keep that dirt and grime from getting in the engine while we're working on getting it out of here. All right, so at this stage, we've got everything unhooked from the top and the bottom of the engine. It's essentially just sitting in the cross member or K-member, whatever you want to call it. So now I'm gonna do this the way I like to do it here. I'd normally use a couple pallets and just drop the whole thing out as a unit. So I'm gonna attempt to do that now, drop it down and get this sucker out of here. All right, so now the whole assembly is sitting on these pallets. So in theory, we lift the car up and start to drop everything out of the bottom. Success. So now this thing's sitting on the pallet. We're gonna probably drop the transmission off while it's easily accessible, since we're gonna be using the Magnum F. And then we got a lot of stripping down, cleaning up to do. Obviously this whole complete harness is gonna come off, manifolds. We're gonna end up changing this front drive out. Obviously got to get the engine up off of Camaro subframe. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Only thing I didn't show you guys, I forgot to show you that I undid the shifter obviously, but it's kind of self-explanatory in order to get this thing out. So there you go, there's the TR6060 6-speed transmission. And this LS is ready to be prepped for the actual install. All right, so that's a wrap on this episode, guys. As you can see, engine's sitting out, ready to go, ready to get prepped. Camaro is sans engine, so we're gonna take that thing out to the trash and after we get whatever's useful left off of it. But either way, it was a hot one out here, but we got it done. And now we're ready to get some serious work done and hopefully bolt some nice shiny SIKKY parts up to this donor LS3. So check it out in the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss the next one. See you then. Thanks.